Hi, I'm Amanda, a registered homeopath and auricular medicine practitioner. I've been practicing for over 10 years, and currently I work out of Float Valley.
Hi, I'm Nadeem. I'm the owner at Float Valley. It's a wellness center here in Markham that specializes in alternative therapies such as float tanks, infrared saunas, CBD, and more. Biohacking is a passion of ours that has also become part of our lifestyle. Biohacking involves utilizing a variety of tools and wellness modalities to optimize our mental, spiritual, physical, and emotional health.
This has been a lifestyle for both of us, and today we want to share and educate and hopefully inspire you with a few of our favorite hacks as we continue to discover more.
Today we'll be introducing another one of our favorite hacks, which is yoga. We'd like to introduce Alia Jiwani, a fellow yogi and instructor.
Hi, I'm Alia, and I'm a yoga teacher and wellness coach. I teach group classes and I do one-on-one yoga where I combine practices of breathwork, meditation, Ayurveda, and energy healing to be able to help individuals with their goals or health issues.
So Alia, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Perfect. So you've done a lot of teacher training, yoga teacher training in different countries. Tell us some more.
I did my first 200-hour training in Portugal in Ashtanga and Vinyasa yoga, and after teaching for a year, I realized I wanted to use yoga more as a therapy to help people with mobility and specific health issues, and to help introduce people how to use yoga in their everyday life. I decided to do my second training in 2 parts in California and Peru, where I learned and understood how to use yoga to heal myself. This training really gave me the confidence to teach others to do the same. And since then, I've been combining practices of Ayurveda and energy healing along with yoga, pranayama, and meditation to offer a more holistic approach to helping my students and clients. And I'm so lucky to be able to offer yoga at Float Valley, where it can be combined with the healing effects of the infrared sauna and flotation therapy. In yoga, we move our body in different postures to move stagnant energy. In the infrared sauna, we're detoxing and releasing, and the float allows our body to assimilate and absorb the benefits while soothing the muscles and allowing the mind to rest in silence, just as we do in our final shavasana in our yoga practice. You're both ready? Power hands. Okay. So we'll start by closing down the eyes. You can begin to roll the shoulders back and down, lifting the crown of the head. And take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. One more like that. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Feel your feet nice and grounded, energy running through the fingertips. And the next time we breathe in, we're going to open the eyes, sweep the hands all the way up. Palms touch at the top. And we'll exhale, start to forward fold, bending at the knees, hands come down towards the floor, relaxing the head and the neck. Start to shake out the head, yes and no, releasing all tension from the neck. You can begin to bend and straighten into the knees, working into the hamstrings. And then we'll take an inhale, start to lift up halfway, hands come to the shins or the thighs, reach the crown of the head forwards. And then exhale, forward fold, planting the hands down, stepping back into your plank. Take your time to get there. You can keep the knees lifted or dropping the knees down. We'll squeeze the elbows in towards the chest as we lower the chest and the head towards the floor. Squeeze the elbows in, untuck the toes, and then pressing into the palms, we'll inhale. Lift the head, lift the chest, upward facing dog. Relax the shoulders, and then we'll start to tuck the toes, breathe in, lift the hips all the way up towards the sky, downward dog. We'll start to pedal out the legs here, bending into the right knee, straighten into the left, and then we switch. So walking out the feet, taking deep breaths, lift the hips, relaxing the head and the neck. Enjoying 2 breaths just like this. I was introduced to yoga when I was around 12, and I loved it so much because each class was creative and fun, and we got to color and dance and play. And as I got older, I wanted to try out yoga in gyms and studios, but I began to feel like I couldn't do yoga anymore, that I wasn't good at it because it was so hard. I didn't know the difference between any of the types of classes, and I felt really discouraged, and I didn't want to do yoga again until I felt like I was stronger and more confident. And after your last exhale, we'll find stillness in our downward facing dog, taking one more breath here. And as you exhale, we'll bring the gaze between the hands, step the right foot to the outside of the hands, coming into our lizard lunge option to drop the back knee down. Begin to open up into the hips, allow the hips to sink down towards the floor. Take a few breaths here. Option to come onto the forearms or fold all the way down towards the floor. Enjoy 2 breaths. It wasn't until university that I decided to go again, and that's when I was hooked. I noticed the things that I was learning in yoga start to relate to my life off the mat, and I started feeling more of the mental and emotional benefits of yoga. With school being very busy, my yoga classes were the main thing I had to look forward to for a while. I realized you don't have to be able to do push-ups and handstands to be able to do yoga, and over time I began to feel confident, happy, and excited, which are things I hadn't felt in a long time. My practice slowly grew into a passion to learn more and to go deeper, and that's why I decided to become a teacher. I was introduced to a whole world of health, wellness, and spirituality, and I found a passion to empower others to heal themselves and live a life that they love and deserve.
So Amanda, why do you enjoy practicing yoga?
So I actually really love yoga, especially after I became a new mom. I found it was one of the most important ways for me to keep a straight spine. And also it gives me a certain kind of peace, a break away from it all.
Cool.
I also find that in yoga, we're constantly being told to focus and control our breath while transitioning through different poses. I found this to be very beneficial as I have taken the same kind of breath work into my daily life. So whether I'm doing the dishes or I'm with my daughter, or even in practice while I'm at work in auricular medicine, it helps me to slow down the mental chatter.
After your last exhale, coming back onto the palms, we'll step that left foot all the way back into our plank, and we'll lift the hips downward facing dog. Pedaling out the feet for 1 breath here. And taking your time, we're going to slowly walk the feet towards the hands, coming into our forward fold.
I know you've been doing yoga for a long time.
Yes.
How many years?
It's been about 2 or 3 years now.
That's great. So
Yes.
Share with us about your experience.
Well, definitely, just like you said, staying in the present moment is really important. I find yoga to be amazing because sometimes you can be in a very difficult pose, which forces your mind to become super focused, and in the moment, nothing can sway it. This type of focus is very powerful and has allowed me to hold my own focus in other activities for much longer than I thought possible. Yoga is also really good for flexibility. It's helped me improve my flexibility a lot. Before I started doing yoga, I was constantly stiff and unable to do basic movements and stretches. But now, after just a few months or maybe closer to 2 years of practicing, I feel a lot more confident with stretching and just my movements generally in and off the mat.
Take 1 deep breath here. Allow the head and neck to be nice and heavy. We'll inhale, lift halfway. Reach the crown of the head forwards, and exhale, fold 1 last time. And we'll start to bend into the knees. We're going to sweep the arms all the way up as we lift the head, coming all the way back to center. Reach the arms up towards the sky, palms touch, breathe in. And exhale, close the eyes, hands come back to heart center.
So Amanda, what are some ways that our viewers can get into practicing yoga?
I would say start by finding a yoga studio or a class that really resonates with you. And here at Flow Valley, Alia actually does offer one-on-one sessions. So if you're interested in trying it out, you can come in and book a session with her.
I'd also recommend for beginners to try Hatha, restorative, or yin yoga class before moving on to the more advanced classes like the flow and the vinyasa class. Yoga can be very tough, so I encourage you to go at your own pace and not get discouraged when it gets difficult.
And for the busy moms like myself, I would say simply make the time. You can get into practice at any point in your life. You don't have to be ready to do yoga.
I'd recommend experimenting with a variety of classes and instructors so that you can find out what suits you best. Every instructor has a different way of teaching yoga, and some ways might resonate better with you than others.
You can find Alia on Instagram at The Exalted Warrior, or come on into Float Valley and check out one of her classes and sign up. Awesome. Thanks for joining us today on our biohacking journey. We hope we inspired you, and we would love to hear about your biohacking experiences. Comment below and let us know more.
Don't forget to stay tuned for our next episode. Please follow us on Instagram and subscribe to our YouTube channel, BioHacked, by clicking below.